Hello, I'm Andy O'Dell, CEO of Kuboid. Today we find ourselves in the beautiful countryside of Kent. Our case study today is all about the repurposing of tired, old and redundant buildings, so we'd like to show you what we achieved at this site. The former purpose of this building was a dedicated package and processing plant for potatoes, which 10 years ago found itself in decline and eventually closed. With such a sizable building and with many peculiarities to its design, the customer reached out to Kuboid and asked, would it be a viable proposition to turn this into a self-storage facility? We worked together, looked at the plans, looked at the building, surveyed the building and decided there was a great scope to convert this into a fully functioning self-storage facility. Some of the challenges that we encountered in taking on this property was that in its former life as a potato processing plant, many of the floors had a 4-degree gradient from the centre of the building to the exterior of the building to allow for water drainage. This presented us with the issue that when fitting our partition system, we had to scribe each and every panel to the floor line. So as you can see, our 50mm regulatory ventilation gap is steady at the top, but as we come down to the floor, you'll see that the door gaps are slightly uneven owing to that uneven floor level. Upon completion of the first phase, both ground floor and first floor units were quickly taken, and this gave the necessity to look at expansion plans for this particular facility. Having exceeded 2,000 square metres, we had to install a fire compartmentalisation wall, this giving a new lease of life to a new area of approximately 2,000 square metres. With the expansion plans, we needed to look at how to gain more accessibility into the property. We decided that we would use the west elevation and we would apply a new canopy to give shelter to the customers and 3 new sliding doors and 3 lifts. Upon completion of Phase 2 and the ever-increasing need for self-storage in this area, the occupancy rates were doing fantastically well, which ultimately led to having to need more and more space. We embarked upon the 3rd and final phase. This particular project soon became a particular favourite of mine, not just because of the working relationship with the owner, but the way his desire and our desire to match that was to maximise every square metre that we could. So even the factors as small elements of the building became available, we soon realised that we could squeeze more and more out, even cutting into the roofline to still give us sizable rooms. In this particular corridor, we have 2 different height sizes, simply because we're following the roofline to maximise every square metre that we can. So on my right hand side, we have a 2.4 system height with a standard 2.1 metre high door. On the left hand side, we're down to 2.2 metres with 2 metre doors, giving us accessibility nice and comfortably, but enabling us to maximise upon the square meterage available. With the exterior heights of the building being higher on one side than the other, we naturally had to reduce in certain places the mezzanine heights, which then needed the incorporation of ramps to achieve smooth facility through one area to the other. Every square metre of this property has now been utilised as self-storage facility. The success has been overwhelming, a personal favourite of mine, and long may this continue until we do the next project together. Can't wait. Should you find yourself with an old, tired, redundant building, please contact Kuboid so we can give you the expertise, as in this particular instance, to transfer that building into a new lease of life, a new purpose, and new profitability for you.